Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to talk about construction and GIS. Welcome to Ask Alice Anything, where we discuss stories about GIS that everyone can relate to. That we all know that in 2020, 2021, a lot of people are buying homes, renovating their homes. See this is actually my kitchen. And also building new homes. So what does GIS has anything to do with construction? Actually, a lot. Listen to a conversation between me and a colleague on how he created a dashboard to track all the deficiencies of his new built home. This dashboard helps him and his builder to be on top of all the things that needs to be done, all the things are completed, the priorities, and he has photos attached to them. So everybody's on the same page. And there's no confusion. It reduces a lot of waiting time, it reduces a lot of human errors and back and forth, so that the builder thinks he's like either the best customer or the worst customer. So roll the tape. Well, welcome to my channel, Nathan.
Pleased to be here.
Yeah, so when I went on LinkedIn, I saw you made this GIS dashboard, and it's to track your house construction deficiencies. I thought that was like so cool. Nobody ever done that. I remember when I was like building my condo, I had these like pink and blue sticky notes, indicating different things for different purposes. So this is such an interesting idea. Walk us through the process, basically.
Yeah, sure. So I guess I can talk about why. Why did it have to come to me making a dashboard? And nothing nefarious or crazy like that. I have a very good relationship with my builder and stuff like that. But yeah, being in the GIS industry, I deal a lot at the kind of very macro level of GIS. GIS for property management, GIS for forestry, GIS for defense, and all that stuff. And for me, I'm always kind of looking for ways to improve my communication with people, right? And I found through GIS and maps, it's an excellent way to communicate where things are and what's wrong with it, right?
Yes.
Because they're seeing it, they know exactly where to look. And once they see it on the map, they see a picture and they see the issue. So that's what GIS allows me to do. And, at the higher level with forestry and, municipalities, they have these things. But for me, if I wanted to talk to my contractor, my builder, I would have to do what you're doing, sticky notes everywhere. Yeah. And I might miss one. Right. So I thought, hey, why don't I configure something out very simple that I can share with my contractor, with my builders, that they can also share with their subcontractors when, when they know they have to fix something of mine, they've looked at it, and they can say, hey, plumber, take a look at this.
Right.
There's a picture of it. And especially with COVID.
Yes.
I don't necessarily want people coming into my house in and out all the time.
Absolutely, yes.
So having a description, having a status, having a photo will at least mitigate some of the ins and outs of people coming into the house all the time.
Yes. Yes, please bring it up and show me. Walk me through this. Yes.
Sure. You can see it?
Yes. Very clearly. Okay. Yes.
So it started off with me flying a drone using site scan and flying the drone and just around my property, just getting some updated photos. Because right now, if you looked on Google Photos, you'd see a dirt pile. And so there was no updated and there was no building on it. And so I needed to be able to give some reference point to the builder along, where it is. And then the next thing I did, geo-referenced the floor plan.
Okay.
And I can say, this is what my floor plan for upstairs looks like. And then, so that's my upstairs floor plan. This is my downstairs floor plan. This is my main floor plan. And so I needed to kind of bring in the floor plans came to me as a PDF file. And I just used a tool to digitize it essentially. And it did it automatically for me. So that was pretty cool.
Right. Cool.
What we're looking at here is a dashboard of deficiencies, whether they are outstanding, whether they are not yet started. And I gave a ranking, critical, major, and minor.
Yeah, notice that.
These data sets were actually collected using another tool on my phone called Survey 123, and I just went around basically snapping pictures and then typing in what the issue was, right? And using drop downs and stuff like that made it easy. I don't have to type as much. And then I use those same drop downs as categories for my dashboard.
Oh. The web form or the app on your phone directly feeds into this.
Yes, absolutely.
In real time, right?
In real time.
You don't have to do a separate step to import it into this, right?
That's right. This is all going into a cloud hosted platform called RGS Online. And from there, this is I can, once the data is up there, I can make maps, I can make an app, I can use it on my device. I kind of configured a dashboard to look at that information.
Right, and I see because you have different tabs for different, I guess, areas of your house, right? Backyard, downstairs. Yeah, that's great. And then you have the status, which means you can tell which ones are one that being communicated to your customer care people or your builders, I guess.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So for example, let's say on the main floor.
Yep.
I have, so these are filters on all the data sets that I have of the 43. Okay. It's showing me that I've got, I don't know what the total of these are. I can't do my math, but essentially these are the 20? Totals on the main floor. Yeah. That's okay. 20. There we go. And then we have, the status of those, right? Yeah. So we have right now over 50% of my identified issues that have not yet been started. So that is, a problem because I have my 1 year walkthrough, right, with my builder for warranty purposes, and they have not yet started on the stuff I identified 6 months ago. Right. Now that's probably because of COVID and all of this other stuff. They can't really get people in here and stuff like that. So there's probably a certain amount of leeway for that, but just so that they are aware and that I am aware, and transparency's sakes, these are the issues that have yet to be worked out. I do, though, also do complete and satisfactory. So it's done and I'm happy with it. And then there's some things that are done, but I'm not yet happy with it. Yeah, they said it's complete. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yes, we all know about that.
So, right. Yes. So I have that as a category as well. And then, yeah.
Okay. So when you send this to them, I guess you send them a link, right? Like, is this a web link that you send them?
Yeah, this is publicly available. So actually, if anybody, I posted this particular link on my LinkedIn as well. Yeah. And so anybody can come and look at it. I don't name the company who's helping me build the house, right? So that's okay. Yeah. But certainly, the builder has this link, and his contractors do.
So what about their feedback when you send this to them, where they're like, "Wow, this guy's crazy. We have to we have to do as he does," or they'd be like, "This is amazing. We wish all our clients in this, so we don't have to." There's no miscommunication. Everybody exactly knows where everybody stands at the same time. They know exactly where you stand, whether you're happy or not happy. So it's either or, right? I'm not sure there's a middle ground for this kind of detail.
I'm pretty sure they at first thought, man, this guy is neurotic. He's got OCD. This guy is we gotta watch him because he's keeping a record of everything.
But I think that's what GIS at the end of the day is really all about. It's record keeping, a very important component of it, right?
It is. Yeah.
It's not just mapping, going from one to A to B kind of thing, right?
Well, I'm also keeping them. Well, I think at the end of the day, they realize that I'm trying to keep them honest and just making sure that I'm happy with the product that I bought.
And have you showed this to your kids? Like, how do they feel about this?
They were actually crazy. They were part of it. They helped me do data collection because I see things at my adult eye level, but they see things at their eye level. So they're able to point out things that I would never see, like underneath the sink, there might be issues that I can't identify, or along the bathtub line, along the bathtub to the floor, there's caulking that hasn't not yet been done or is coming off or something that they could see that I can't see. So just having them be part of the process is I thought has been pretty cool. And, honestly, the feedback, I've received email back from them, and they said this is actually brilliant, right?
I might have to steal this because I'm looking at actually buying new construction myself. Can I borrow this and apply it to my own house? Like, can you just walk me through maybe a little the technical side?
I'll start with the data.
Yeah.
The data is just a straight up normal ArcGIS or GIS feature class.
Okay.
I've included the ability to do attachments, right? Because I
Right.
want to attach multiple photos. And so if we
Right.
were to look at this particular issue, we see that
That hallway maybe.
there's
Yep.
some
Yep.
issues there, and
Yep.
I can always say there's this one trim paint on cabin, and we can see the picture, right?
When you click on that, you can enlarge a picture. They can enlarge a picture too, right?
Yeah, it'll open up a new
A new
tab,
okay, new
and we
tab.
can see, oh look, what's going on there. I don't like
Okay.
that it's uneven. What's going
Yes.
on there, right?
Right.
So I can absolutely do that as well. The underlying, it's just a feature class with attachment. Then I built a web map around it,
Okay.
and the web map just has different layers. Obviously, the data. I have the floor plan as a layer, and then I have the drone imagery
Oh, right.
as a layer.
Overlay.
Yeah, and it's all geo-referenced, so I could always
course.
zoom out. It doesn't zoom out that far,
Right.
but if I had the background, you could see that it is in the right place in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's that. Then
Yeah.
once it's a web map, I can then build or configure an app around it. And I decided
Right.
to use the ArcGIS dashboards
Mhm.
because that gives me the most flexibility in what I wanted to do, which was really to summarize for my builder and for myself even the status of these deficiencies, right? And then also wanted like a little list, a running list on
Yes.
the right hand side. What was satisfied, and if I click on that, the powder
Yeah.
room toilet leaked. Okay, they fixed that. What they did was they came in and they replaced my toilet. So things like that. I
Yes.
wanted to be able to click and see something right away at my fingertips. That's basically how I did it. I added a couple of filters at the top here for the different floor levels, and
Yep.
yeah.
So can you see this on your phone too, like this dash?
Right now, I am in the process of making this more phone friendly. And what I mean by that, I'm organizing the dashboard so that it's not horizontally biased the way this is.
Yes.
It's going to
That's
be
right.
more vertically biased. And
Right.
so all of these would just be, you thumb up and you'd see these things,
Right.
and then you can, swipe left
Yep.
to turn on the map, and then
Right.
whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've not yet quite decided whether I want the map to be centric or if I want my my summary statistics to be, to be at the forefront of the app. But
Right.
builder would probably like to see the list.
I think so. I think that's what they were focused on, the actual
Yeah.
list. I mean, the picture's great visually, and it's good to know where everything is, but they know where everything is, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think most important for them, it's that. But I guess for a visual effect, like this is still nice to see. But I mean, you can justify this dashboard, right? Like, can we not have equal real estate between the map and the list?
I could.
Right?
I just have to think about what things look like on a phone, and
Right.
I think most people would probably want to see the list first, and then
Yes.
when you tap on something, be able to see where it is on the map, where it sits on the
Mhm.
floor plan, so they know, okay, especially during COVID time, I'm not going to walk through the house to get to it if it's in behind. If it's in the
Right.
back, I'll just walk around the outside and then come in here and then come in through the backyard and into the to look at the patio problem,
Mhm.
or somewhere that's closer. For me,
Yeah.
I think about the nuances of working within a kind of a pandemic environment.
Of course.
And I don't necessarily want people going in the house or finding more optimum ways for people to address these issues without having to walk through the entire house to get to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And how long did it take you to build this dashboard?
This dashboard?
Yeah.
Myself, I probably watched an episode of Netflix and did this, so probably about 45 minutes to 60 minutes.
All right. And then it took you time to collect all the data, but probably like.
Yeah, I mean, I collected data over a period of time. What took the longest, honestly, was color choice.
The what? The
color
color choice?
Yeah, do I, critical orange? What kind of orange? What kind of yellow?
Oh my gosh. That is what took you the longest time. That's
It did.
That's hilarious.
The The configuration of the dashboard is so
Yeah.
simple. You're dragging and dropping different things onto the dashboard that you want
Mm-hmm.
to see. You're saying, I want to see criticality
Yeah.
type. I want to see status. So and it summarizes it for you. Then it's all about how do you want to communicate that to the audience once it's on the dashboard. Best is to show color, right? And uh,
Yes.
color choice is quite important when you're dealing with dashboards, I think, because
Yes. There's so the whole psychology behind colors too, right?
yeah, and
That you had to take in consideration.
I think so. I'm not the best at color choices, right? I know how to use crayons, and once in a while I eat crayons, but
Of course. But tell me about this list. So is this list something you typed in, or is it like an Excel you brought it in, or like how
right.
did you do this list?
The list on the right is all part of the same data set, and I'm just visualizing it differently. I break it out to show the status and the criticality, but this is the only thing that I actually do type in
Mm-hmm.
is the description.
Oh,
Everything
okay.
else is all drop downs from the
From
app
your app,
that I
from your
built.
phone, right?
Yes, yeah.
Right. Okay, so I guess the order is you must start with the survey first, right?
Mhm.
To get the, and then you build the web map, and then do the back dashboard, and you bring everything in.
You know, I've gone through maybe 2 or 3 iterations of the underlying data model.
Mm-hmm.
I started off very complicated, and I decided that's just too complicated.
Yeah.
I needed something more simple, 3 buttons or 3 clicks or less for me to actually do something, to record something. So I kind of kept that mantra of 3 clicks or less to complete a form, and it's worked out.
This is great.
And the more simple the data model that you can make it, the easier it is for you to work with the dashboard. Because of the dashboard, and I talked to the builder's customer care team. She said that because of the dashboard, it's really kind of inspired them to start modernizing their work ticketing system. Because
Wow.
previously they have been recording these deficiencies by notebook, and
Yeah.
because of the churn, there really wasn't any consistency on who held the latest records. And so um, it's not necessarily this particular thing that I showed them, but it is inspiring them to start, and they have begun implementing some sort of work management system
See?
uh, um, for consistency's sake and to save money, right? It's
Yeah.
saving money because
Of
you're not sending
course.
people out multiple times to do something.
Yeah, it's doing the same thing or doing something wrong, or that's not it, right? Like
Yeah,
this
well,
is way more efficient.
resource allocation,
Yeah.
essentially, right? If you have a plumber out at my house and then the guy next door is also having issues, send them there. You don't have to send them, you know.
Right.
So
Way better management. Yeah. Oh my God. See, you're already changing the world.
yeah,
You're running the world. There it is.
we'll
Example.
we'll see how it works out. I don't care so much about my neighbor's house, but I like fix me first.
Well, this dashboard definitely you stood out. I'm sure among everybody else.
Yeah.
They'll take care of you first before, because they know you have a record and you can see.
I got a
right
record,
away.
yeah,
So,
and my 1 year period is coming up soon. So
yeah. So I guess for our audience who still don't know what GIS is, how do you explain GIS if I were 5?
I don't. My 5-year-old is now 9, but I used to tell my 5-year-old that GIS is really about using maps to tell stories.
Okay. I love seeing, different use cases of GIS and to sort of, what GIS can do. There's so much value behind it. So thank you for coming on board, for coming onto my channel, explain your beautiful dashboard. I can't wait to see what's coming up next with this. Thanks, Nathan.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Welcome back to the end of the video. Hopefully you guys learned something new about GIS that you didn't know before. Now, just as an added bonus, I want to show you what my kitchen is looking like now. Right here is my kitchen. So so they added the beam, this big long beam, to support the second floor, because right here there used to be a wall here, from all the way from there, you see there, all the way to the end of the wall. There used to be a half wall with a weird opening, and the entry from the kitchen to the family room is just a doorway, so it was quite tiny. So once I open it up, I turn around on this side, you can see it's a much bigger, much more open space. So like do a wide angle. So that's my kitchen for now, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Please subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you. Bye for now.